What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is the weekly rotation series. I talk about which fragrances I got to wear last week. I cycle through a bunch of different ones because I have so many. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. All right, so this week I got to wear a lot of stuff. I wanted to actually revisit old flankers because I ordered some new ones in. Like I ordered the new Dolce & Gabbana K Parfum, and I got to wear the Eau de Parfum, which is one of my favorites that was on Wednesday or Thursday. And then I got to also get in Prada L'Homme L'Eau. And so I've never smelled this one, and I'm really excited. I'm going to do a blind buy unboxing because I want to wear this one today. But we'll do that at the end when I talk about Sunday. If you want to skip ahead to that, you're more than welcome to. I'll try to put a timestamp up here. But on Monday, I got to wear the original Prada L'Homme because I wanted to wear this one to kind of, feel it out, see what, the O version was going to smell like. And it's like, once again, this stuff is so good. I love wearing it. It smells so metrosexual, and I just love every minute of it. I have no business smelling this good, just walking around with my tight-ass pants and smelling like this. It should not be in my playbook. Smell fantastic, and I love every minute of it. It's that nice iris character. It's Prada L'Homme. Everybody knows it at this point. If for some reason you have never smelled Prada L'Homme, stop watching this video. Go order a sample from, anywhere and give it a shot, because if you're a fragrance enthusiast, you gotta try it. You have to get your nose on it. You don't have to blind buy a big bottle. You can go get a sample of it and try out a bunch of different ones. But yeah, this is fantastic stuff. Fresh and clean, very floral, nice, sandalwood character in here. Black pepper is present in here. A nice floral, powdery iris. Smells soapy clean, but also very neroli forward. Lovely stuff. I can't wait to spray on the O version. I'm really looking forward to that one. All right, so I wore on Tuesday, I wore one that I have not worn in a while. Mind you, the bottle is half empty, and that was because when I ordered it and it came in, it leaked. It leaked all over the, it was soaking wet. It smelled fantastic, but it was soaking wet. But usually that's my problem. Things around me are just soaking wet. I have to be my own hype man sometimes. So this one is a nice orange forward fragrance. This one is kind of an inspired by of Mugler's Orange Zest. So it has a nice orange citrusy kind of quality here, and Ambroxan heavy. I was kind of shocked when I was wearing it. It just dries down to a musky Ambroxan kind of style with this like sweet orange creamsicle kind of smell. Really good. It is a bit underwhelming when it comes to the performance. I wasn't really pleased with the performance. It was kind of gone by noon, and then after, the noon, by the end of the day, I was not smelling. Not like this. I was just smelling of long day and a little bit of a regret. And so that's never good. I did reapply when I went to the gym. I just sprayed on like 2 or 3 sprays. I'm not an asshole. I spray on moderately when I go to the gym. But yeah, this is a really nice orange, musky, a bit spicy, but not too much. Very fresh, great for the springtime. It's a nice hot weather fragrance. It definitely lingers around, and it smells delightful. All right, then Wednesday, I really didn't do much on these days because it was snow/rain. It was just insanely just miserable weather outside. I like the weather. I have to technically say it's miserable because everybody else says it. And if as soon as I say, I like the rain, they go, keep it to yourself. One of my favorite freshies is Dior Homme 2020. This is a fantastic cashmere, peppery, musky, woody smell. It's just signature scent worthy. If I sold all my fragrances and just retired and went to a fucking island somewhere in the Bahamas, I got a maid, and then I, decided to get into like bowling as a, hobby, I would most likely just buy this and then just carry this around with me for the rest of my existence because it's that good. It's really good. Anyway, let's talk about Dolce & Gabbana K. This is the Eau de Parfum. I wore this one because I had a package incoming, and this was the flanker before, or this is the Eau de Parfum. There is a Eau de Parfum Intense, but this is just the Eau de Parfum. This is like the fresh and clean fabric softener with a nice juniper berry forward kind of smell in here. Delightful stuff. Really great stuff. I think I've turned on a coworker to this. I think he bought one of these bottles, and this is like his fragrance now. I'm not sure. I'll have to talk with him. I'll get back to you on that. But it's a fresh and clean blue smell. I think that this is one of the most underrated fragrances on the internet. in social media, on TikTok. I really don't get when people say, smell better than everybody on TikTok, because TikTok's not a fucking place. Yeah, people go on TikTok and they scroll, but everything that is being pushed on TikTok is most likely not being smelled like every day, unless you're like in a school surrounded by people that are just always on TikTok. And on fragrance TikTok, I just think it's so like few and far between. Anyway, rant over. If you want to buy something and it's a popular fragrance, no one around you is going to be smelling like that. Maybe one person out of all your friends. And how many friends do you have? What the hell is going on here? Anyway, I digress. On Friday, I wore this one, B-612. So for the longest time, I've really liked this fragrance, but I've always been teetering on the edge of like, why do I like it? It's a bit thick and it's a bit heavy in the cashmere. I'm not really sure. This one is a heavy lavender cypress with this cashmere kind of note in here. It's pretty thick. And on Friday, I was actually considering just driving home, taking this bottle, putting it on eBay, and never smelling it again. Because it was a long day on Friday, and I was smelling just headache inducing. I had a headache the whole day from this fragrance. I didn't spray on a whole lot. I sprayed on 4 sprays, and it just overwhelmed my senses so much that it gave me a headache throughout the day. I never want to smell this thing again. I used to really like this fragrance, but now I could care too about it. This just shows you that your taste can change and it can transition to a different kind of taste. But yeah, right now, this is my least favorite Nishane that I own. I think it definitely lends itself really nice in the cooler weather when it's not so hot outside, but it was like 80 degrees or so, and I was just overtaken, and it was a long day. Oh my God. I might revisit it in the winter time, but I don't know if I'm ever going to wear this one again. I might even sell it. The notes on it are lavender cypress, geranium, cashmere, sandalwood, cedarwood, patchouli, musk, oak moss, and tonka bean. So that's just the note breakdown. It is a heavy cypress, cashmere kind of smell with an overdose of lavender. And it's kind of a earthy green lavender, like a back rub lavender, not a clean linalool lavender. And then sandalwood, oak moss, and a creamy tonka bean. It's just weird, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be selling this one eventually. All right, then on Saturday, I went and saw my mom. She's doing well. Thank you for asking. Happy Mother's Day to everybody who has mothers. If you don't have a mother, you're a robot, and it's not meant for you. The holiday's not fucking meant for you. I went and saw her. I wore Sospiro Vibrato. Love it. This is one of my favorite niche fragrances of all time. Fresh, musky, citrus forward, ambroxan beautifulness. Lovely stuff here. If you have not tried it, get Tarathy Blue. It's a kind of a cheaper alternative to this, and it smells in the same kind of ballpark. And you only will really notice the quality differences if you put your nose like right up into this one. But if you don't care really, get Tarathy Blue. All right, I'm done waiting. Let's crank into this one. This is Prada L'Homme L'Eau. From what I know, this is just like the lighter version of Prada L'Homme. And I love the blue coloring on the, the textured back here. Really nice. Okay, so initially just smelling it in the air, smells like Prada L'Homme. Yeah, a lot more just like citrusy forward, like a lot more like, it honestly smells like fresh bergamot is just a lot present in here, and much more, there's a floral nuance that really fills out fragrances called Hedione, and that's just really coming off here. Very nice. It's a toned down version of Prada L'Homme. In a good way too. Very citrusy forward though. Fresh, aromatic. This is honestly what actually comes to mind here, like the differences between the two, is like the original is kind of like Chanel's Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, which is fantastic. And then this one is the Eau Blanche version. I know that they're two separate houses. I'm not trying to compare fragrance at all. I'm just saying that's kind of how I feel here. This one is the fresher, citrusy, heavy one. Yeah, really liking it too. It's not so florally, iris, powdery kind of stuff. definitely has it, but it's a lot more fresh, citrusy forward. And actually, so I just pulled up the note breakdown, and it looks like they added ginger to this, which is really nice. There's a ton of citrus in here, and the neroli is kind of cranked up a little bit more, and that ginger note too is definitely like sparkling and very nice. It's very lovely. I'm going to be enjoying it the rest of the day today. I'm probably going to have to spray on. From what I know, the performance is not all that great with this one, but right now it smells great. I don't know if I still prefer the original. I mean, the original is a masterpiece, but I think that this one, it will be a nice springtime fragrance. I'm hopefully going to be going to like the lake sometime this couple weeks. And so I might even bring this one to enjoy myself at the lake. But let me know if you have tried Prada L'Homme L'Eau in the comments down below, and let me know your weekly rotation in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys are wearing. It always helps me out with like buying fragrances because I'm always looking at your guys' comments. I have like lists of fragrances that you guys have been wearing, and I try to pick up a few of those too. I have a whole bunch of content coming out this week, so thank you so much for watching the channel, everyone. It means a lot. We'll see you next time.